My Year of Saying No. Written and narrated by Ruth Amos. My Year of Saying No. Lessons I learned about saying no, saying yes, and bringing some balance to my life. Forward. January 2017. I knew that things had to change. I started the year exhausted and in an uncertain job situation as a sessional staff member at a university, and I was ready to move on. I had spent a bit more than a year working on my health, and that was now in a good place. But the exhaustion remained. Something had to change. I was trying to pack too much into my life, and for all the wrong reasons. I designated 2017 as the year of saying no to everything, and began to research what that meant. I learned many lessons, and I wanted to put them all together in one place. I learned about how and when and why to say no to things people ask you to do, or things you put on your own to-do list because you think you should. I've learned about why we feel overwhelmed, about busyness and putting space into our lives, about how to decide what is important and what is not. I've shared these lessons on my blog, aquietLifeblog.wordpress.com, and this book is a collation of the blog posts, with a bit of extra content coming from the lessons learned in this year and the insightful comments from my readers. I hope that this can be helpful to you as well, as we all try to live simpler, more peaceful lives. Chapter 1. Where I started. My biggest temptation when writing this book was to list all the things I was doing at the beginning of my saying no process so that you would recognise just how busy I was. I wanted to list my job, my home duties, the care that I was taking of various people. I wanted you to see that I was Superwoman, that I had it all, that I was trying to do it all, that there was a good reason for my near mental breakdown, for my near burnout. I wanted to justify to you my need to say no, like it was some sort of competition. I'm so much busier than you are. When I go to work, I have to walk 16 miles through the snow barefoot, uphill both ways, and so on. Of course, the risk was that listing all my jobs would make you say, "Is that all? I have twice as much to get through as her. What is she whinging about? Talk about first world problems." One of the things I've learned this year is that I don't need to justify to anyone why I have to say no. Each one of us is different, and our ability to cope is different, and the list of things we need to do or not do is also different. There really is no way to compare, and the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?